I wanted to create this video because I am super duper late. This one's going to be a short video, and then I'll go into a couple other things, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I had my baby. I had him on Christmas Day. I did create a video for my 33 to 36 week video, but for whatever reason my computer's having a lot of issues and I'm not able to load it. So I was just going to kind of give you guys a quick rundown, and then I'll show you guys Cameron and everything. He's sleeping now. So, but around that time, really the only significant thing that happened to me was that I had lost 5 pounds in 1 week. I lost 5 pounds in 1 week. It was stress, probably not eating properly, just a lot of things going on. So I really just needed to kind of pick that up. My following appointment, I did gain the weight back, so it was all great. So I just, want to give the most advice to everybody is even in the end of your pregnancy, make sure you're still eating right. Don't let anything stress you out, no matter what it is. I was stressing out about everybody getting their shots and making sure that everybody had their stuff together before the baby came. Like, craziest stuff, but as a mother, you are concerned about those things, and it's really not that important. Like, I'm not saying like not getting the shots are that important, but it's not worth the stress, at all. We ended up, oh gosh, the birth story is a long thing, so I just wanted to let you guys know that. I'm going to create a video, literally, I'm just going to stop this and start it again, but for some reason, like after a few minutes, my computer starts acting crazy, so I have to have Cam look at it and figure out what's going on. But I just wanted to tell you guys that. I'm going to start this one over so I can tell you guys about my birth story and kind of go into that because it's a long story. And then I'll show you guys Cameron, and then I'll talk about the last few weeks that we've been through. Alrighty. Bye, guys. Hey, guys. Alrighty. So, my birth story. Okay, so on Christmas Eve, I worked from like 7 to 2, something like that. After work, I came home, Cam came home, and we were getting dressed. We were getting ready to go to my aunt's house for like a Christmas Eve kind of party. We celebrate our Christmas on the day before, so we celebrate on Christmas Eve. So we got dressed, and literally it was about 4 o'clock. I put on my clothes, and I felt like I peed on myself. It wasn't a lot. It was kind of like if you've ever like went to the bathroom and then like after you go to the bathroom you still have like a little bit left. That's kind of what it felt like. It wasn't a whole lot, but it was a little bit. And so I was like, that's crazy. So I yelled out at Cam and I was like, I think I peed on myself. And she's like, how do you think you peed on yourself? You didn't know you peed on yourself? And I was like, no, like it just came out of nowhere. I didn't even like anticipate it or anything. So we ignored it. We were like, okay, that's weird. So we went to my aunt's house. Literally, we get there, and it happens like 3 times. And I'm like, something's not right. I told Cam, I was like, well, tomorrow after work, I'm going to go to the hospital. And she's like, okay. So she talks to her sister. I don't know if her sister called her or she called her sister, but her sister's in the medical field. And so she talks to her, and her sister basically tells me, like, you need to go to the hospital because either your sac could be ruptured or you're leaking, and you need to get that checked because that could be a big sign that the baby's coming. So I was like kind of freaking out at that point because I was like, well, see, I didn't think it was a big deal, but if she's telling me it's a big deal, I need to go. So we head to the hospital, but we have a detour because my partner has to go to the bathroom. So we get home, she goes to the bathroom, and we end up switching cars because we used Matt's car at first, and then we took my car. So we drive to the hospital. We get there about 11 o'clock p.m., and my doctor happens to be on call that day. So I go in, he checks me, and he tells me that my sac is ruptured and we're going to have a baby. So I was so completely, like, shocked. I really didn't, like I said before, I wasn't going to go to the doctor until the next day, so I really didn't think anything of it. I thought that it was a false alarm. But to hear him tell me, like, no, you're going to have the baby today, like, you're leaking. And I was like, oh my gosh. So, they take me upstairs to the actual delivery room, and it was about an hour later that I start feeling contractions. Now, mind you, I was supposed to have a scheduled C-section on the 6th of January. But so he asked me if I wanted to labor um, excuse me, or if I wanted to have a C-section. I told him I wanted to try laboring just so that I could see what it was like, and if I just couldn't handle it, or if I wasn't contracting, or if I wasn't dilating or whatnot, that I would go ahead and have a C-section. Well, sure enough, 12 o'clock hits, and my contractions start. Let me tell you something. No one, and when I say no one, I mean no one can prepare you for what contractions feel like. My best explanation is like somebody is stabbing you with a knife in your stomach. That's what it feels like. It hurts so bad. I woke up. I think the worst part for me is that, I'm strapped to an IV and I'm laying in the bed. And I was tired. So I was trying to fall asleep. And then every time I would actually fall asleep, I would feel a contraction and it would be like waking me up. And that is like the worst. It hurts so bad. Um, and I dealt with contractions from 12 until about 6:30 in the morning. Um, I had to first my contractions had to be consistent. They went from inconsistent to every 20 minutes to then like 10 minutes to 7 to 5 and to 3, and then they were literally like every 2 minutes. And then after that, I had to wait until I was dilated. I'll tell you something. All that, I was like ready and over it. So at 6:30, when I was like, okay, look, I cannot deal with this anymore. The pain is unbearable. I either need an epidural or I want a C-section. So they called my doctor in, and sure enough, I was dilated enough and my contractions were consistent enough to do the epidural. Um, so I did the epidural. The lady came in, the anesthesiologist came in to do the epidural. She poked me a couple times because I guess she couldn't find the right spot. But it really didn't hurt. I was numb, so I didn't feel anything. Um, Once they put the epidural in, I had a contraction during the epidural being put in, which was kind of crazy because I thought I was like, oh my god, I'm paralyzed. That's all I thought about. But it was fine. I got the epidural. I felt no pain after that. I was able to go to sleep. I was knocked out. At that point, my partner, they had went to the house to get change of clothes and to get everything because, like I said, we weren't really prepared to have the baby. Luckily, we had my car, so I had the car seat in the car and the diaper bag. But other than that, I didn't have none of my stuff. They didn't have none of their stuff. Like, it was just crazy. So they went back home, but I was asleep. I was knocked out. Um, it was about 1 o'clock maybe when we started to prepare to start pushing, and I pushed for about an hour and a half, and he came at 3:49 p.m. on Christmas Day. I had a second-degree tear, didn't feel it, and other than that, I mean, pushing with an epidural, I guess it's not that bad because you're just pushing. And the worst part is that you're pushing because you feel like you're pooping. Like you don't feel anything. So you're just like, they just tell you, literally put your knees up and push like you're going to the bathroom. So it took a little while, but he came. He was healthy. He's sleeping now, so. There is Kameron. He's all red right now. I don't know why he's so red. He's hot. But there's Kameron. I would tell him to say hi, but clearly he can't do that. But after he was born, he had jaundice, and he tested positive for jaundice, and he tested positive for Crohn's. Um, he tested positive for Crohn's because me and him have different blood types. I am O positive and he is A positive. He is the same blood type as the donor, which is fine. And because he tested positive for Crohn's, because we have different blood types, it was a positive test for jaundice as well. He was a little yellow, and you can look into both of them. They weren't really super serious. They tested him while we were in the hospital. They did keep us for a little bit longer. Like I said, I had him on Christmas Day, which was Thursday, and we didn't leave until Saturday, because they kept testing him for more things. Well, just testing him constantly for the jaundice and the Crohn's. They had to test him multiple times to make sure that they were all negative tests. We came home. I took him to the doctor on Monday. They had to do another test for the Crohn's and the jaundice just to make sure he was fine. He was born 6 pounds, 5.5 ounces. Healthy baby. I will create another video after this to talk about the last few weeks, as he's almost a month old, so I know I'm late. But I wanted to do it while he was awake so you guys could see him, but we'll see. Other than that, my labor story was pretty much that. They were, like I said, they were drunk when they came in the hospital, but I think once they kind of got some sleep and wore it off, they were good. They were great coaches. I appreciate them both for being there and helping me get through it. We had our little blessings. So, still, congratulations to all those that are having their babies, and the ones that have not. Don't lose focus. Keep trying. It's gonna happen. It's a blessing, and when it happens, it is amazing. I love you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support, all of the comments, and just, everyone that reaches out to us, whether it's on here or on Instagram, just, thanking us and just giving the encouraging words that we needed to hear sometimes. And that's what I want to make sure that I do for everyone. Just know that I'm here. If you guys have any questions or anything, I'm more than happy to help you. I'm going to change him, and then I will create another video to let you guys know how he's been. Alright, bye guys.